I cannot believe it. It's the best day of the week. It is Monday, and I remain as Sean Plock.
And I became Lee Grainer.
And I am Sleepy Boy Sean Bouchard.
Welcome back to
Wait,
Mostly
I'm also
Walking.
sleepy.
Hey!
Hi.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sleepy.
I'm sleepy.
Oh,
are you?
Hey.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sleepy.
I'm Spartacus. Like, no, it's just
Maybe
I'm so groggy. I'm such a grog doggy today, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we do a show directly after work.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
I worked pretty solidly, like 8 to 5:45 today, and now it's 6:24. We're a little late because I didn't allocate enough room for dinner, so
Sure.
I allowed us to be live while I ate my soup, and it was a delicious homemade Korean soft tofu soup. Shout out to Britt, the greatest soup maker of all time.
Shout out to Brit.
So I want to go into the video game pretty quickly since I delayed us so much. We got the smooth
Let's
sacks.
do that.
We're
The viewers are
continuing.
falling off.
Oh, it's so good. By the way, Mounts of Furious, happy 10 years of supporting the channel. Thank you so much for the 10 years of support,
10
Mounts of
years.
Furious. Happy 120 months.
Wait a minute. 100. I didn't even know you could do that.
I know. Doesn't it sound semi-illegal?
100. What the? What? I don't think I've had the
so
same
many
username for 10 years.
I know. It's
Um,
Lee, you just change usernames the way that I did when I was in high school playing StarCraft, where I would like read a cool word and be like, "Oh, I would make a sick username." Like, I'm not gonna dox you by saying your usernames, but let me tell you, I have a great story about this. Like, Lee made a new username and messaged me.
yeah.
I think I told this a few weeks ago, and I went, "Can you prove it's you?" And what I was expecting is for Lee to text me, and Lee just said something on this new username on Discord that, like, you know, is like knowable. And I remember saying, like, no, please just text my phone or say something to me that, like, only you would know. And then Lee goes straight to this insanely personal detail about my past dating life. And I just went, holy shit, Lee. Oh my god, it's good to see you. I was like, there is no doubt in my mind that this is Lee Grainer. Oh, man.
I'll get better. It fucking better be. It's like handing someone like
Amazing.
just handing someone plutonium from your hand.
Yeah. Like literally
question,
inviting you to the fireworks factory and be like, prove you're there by lighting something. And, you know, meanwhile, I don't realize the impending detonation. Also,
Well, I realize that some of the only stuff we haven't shared about ourselves on Mostly Walking is just the stuff that we want no one to know. It's just deep shames.
Right.
Like,
oh, man.
everything else we've shared. And even some of those. It's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bear baby. Also, let me just give a shout out to
Baby.
Just Jane, who warmly gave us 10 gifted subs and says, "So glad to see that you're still living your best life after all these years. Seems you're out here." I misread.
That's
It says,
good.
"So glad to see that you still stream after all these years. It seems like you're out here living your best life. Your Day 9 Daily StarCraft videos were a big part of my college experience. Have a good one." Thanks, Just Jane. And also,
Hi.
I want to assume that you could read your username as Just Jane. But it's way cooler if it is the I am Just Jane. Like Jane of Justice and Vengeance. Like Just Jane. That's the...
Just Jane.
Yeah.
Could be
I
both.
see. Like Merciful Jane,
Yeah.
Powerful
Merciful
Jane,
Jane.
Honest
Powerful
Jane,
Jane.
Just Jane.
Yeah, no, the Striker KOJ says Judge Dredd and Just Jane.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Baggins.
Okay.
I'm not trying to Jane you.
So, look, Roottrees Clancy Jr. is definitely...
Junior.
This person, definitely a professor.
Yeah.
She referred to him as Pops because he looked like Pops. And
Paps.
Yep.
we have a few identities, like Unknown Baby over here.
God, I wish I could put
Unknown
that baby
baby.
as my face, but I lost my custom background privileges.
Yeah.
I wish you could take that baby and make it your username somehow.
Take that baby. Make it your username.
Oh. Jane says, I intended both. You're the first to call attention to it. Well, I like the idea that depending upon your mood, like, oh no, what's wrong, Just Jane? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like just Jane. You know, you can play both sides of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, Angelica Morden and Bonnie Hudson, I believe that these are spot on, because here's Guy Hudson, who's a just sucko, fucko, terrible president. Just absolute. And then there's Bonnie Hudson. We don't know what her occupation is. I tried housewife for both of these, but that was wrong.
Yeah.
So that's my current plan of attack, is this.
I have a quick question. Can you hear this?
Okay.
Can you hear this? Or is it being filtered properly?
No.
Oh, I'm hearing it a little bit.
Oh, you are? Okay. This is a fidget toy. And I'm hoping it's not too audio-able.
It's good so far.
I'm very tired. Let's continue playing the game.
Laudable.
Don't mind me. I'm just a host.
What about
I'm having a lean back streaming performance experience.
Dude, that's a good feeling when you're just like, dude, I'm just like, I sometimes do that where I'm like in meetings and I'm like, look, I'm back here. It's fine.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, Jesus Christ. I had a call today and it went well, and calls usually go well, but I've got one of those nervous systems that just floods the zone before any call, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Where it goes great
but...
and you're exhausted because you're like, I had a pleasant conversation and the adrenaline withdrawal is killing me. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Man, I don't know what that is. I think did that happen when they first invented the phone or what? I mean, I think it's also a touch of the old tism, but
that could be.
God.
That could be.
You know,
it does feel generational to me. Like, I know too many people.
Yeah. My voice is
when
quieter.
oh my god, when I was young, my parents would have either me or my sister call Domino's and order pizza just to get us to practice speaking on the phone.
That's a good yeah.
And so we would have to like write out, or at least I would have to write out like a script. Here is what I am going to say to the Domino's person.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I perform more on a routine phone call than I do on a show.
I've definitely done this show more times than I've made phone calls.
We've done
really
probably 900 hours of this show. I calculated at some point.
Yeah, like, actually, where's Dradog? Where's Dradog to compute the amount of minutes? Dradog, the mostly walking wiki, needs an updating.
Do we have a on the soundboard? We don't have like a dog, do we, or something? Like, I wish we had like a Dradog call on here. Like,
yeah,
a Dradog
whistle. Hold on, I'm sure I can find a dog in some soundboard somewhere. Okay, I have to come to this screen. I know there's reality there.
For the benefit of the general public, I'm not gonna teach myself to add sounds to the soundboard.
Here, I'm gonna look up.
Super Rodan says you just wouldn't be able to hear it. It's true.
No.
So I looked up dog, and the only sound effect is "do not call him a fat pig." I'm not gonna hit that. I'm just not gonna hit that. I'm not gonna hit that. I wanted to hit it.
Sean. Mind boggles.
Okay, wait, look at this. So I went back to this one, because I'm currently trying to figure out who these people are.
Yeah, those two, yes.
Because
totally.
I assumed that maybe Angie Morden, Angie Hudson, Angelica Hudson, maybe that was a search, couldn't find it. Bonnie Hudson married someone, so Bonnie's name is maybe searchable by something else, because that's the maiden name. But then I realized that if I go back to here, to this thing, I love this handy dandy 13 unused clues
from
this. And I remember this, maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, which goes in line with Clancy being a professor. The most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. So I assume that this means...
I want to make a joke, but I won't.
Great. Okay. You know what? You've exercised great. Don't get demonetized on YouTube judgment.
Wait, no, let's create just a safe space right now. We all know that it's talking about like interracial marriage, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But the joke that came to mind was like a straw person, like a person made of straw, would be illegal to marry.
Some sort of
straw man.
What?
A straw man. Can we each just say one thing that would be illegal to get married to? This is in the safe space zone of this joke.
I don't know how to
monkey?
engage with this.
Okay.
I think it would be illegal to marry your toothbrush. Am I playing the game right? You should not, I think that's against the law. Even though really I literally have my toothbrush right here. It stays with me everywhere I go because between these two teeth, I always get something stuck. So I always
have it right there.
Yeah. Along with my lint roller and a bottle of Tamari. Like, I had all the good shit
Sean,
here next to my desk.
Are you unfamiliar with the concept of a toothpick or what?
I am aware that this exists, but I want you to picture the following happening, okay?
Yeah.
You got back from the dentist, and they were like, we got some stuff between these teeth. We got to get it out. And I go, great. It's the evening after the dentist. I bite into something delicious, like some roast chicken. And then it's in there, and I go, this is here forever unless I do something about it. What I didn't do is go to the store to get a toothpick. What I did is I went to my restroom, and I got an extra toothbrush, and I got in there, and now it's out. And then any time that happened, I generally eat in one of two places in this house, and I have two toothbrushes next to each of those.
One of them better be a desk, right? We eat at the desk.
Yeah, this is. I'm at the desk. This is the desk toothbrush.
This is one of them.
And then there is upstairs in front of the TV where there's a little table, and we eat a lot of meals. Yeah. I have a toothbrush right there as well.
Yeah.
And there's also one in the bathroom. Make no mistake about it. But I want to be very clear. I'm not going to derail. I need to re-rail back to the idea that it is illegal to marry a toothbrush.
It is illegal to marry a toothbrush. I'm gonna say robot in sort of like a Futurama kind of.
That is, that's true, and that's contentious. I think in the future, is it? No,
it's Proposition Infinity.
Is that proposition? What is it? An indecent proposition. Infinity.
It's an indecent proposition.
So
it's a satire of Proposition 8.
Can I go out on a limb real fast here with the problem solving?
Proposition Infinity.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's step back from this illegal marriage stuff because no matter how safe, the safe zone I feel like has become more porous. There's no way to hold it. It's cursed. Cursed improv. I think we strike the scene. We strike the scene and scene.
Mm-hmm.
Scene.
By the way, I want to note, it says Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Which means to me that Pop, who is a lawyer, we know that this person is a professor because they reference their grandfather being a history professor. This James Roottree, I assume, appears to be a Caucasian male, which means that I think that one of his parents is not black, would be my assertion. And so I think that this person has to have, whoever this is, Edward married, I assume, a black spouse, hence the reference of, it being illegal to marry south of Pennsylvania. And so I think that this has to be Edward Roottree here. This is what I'm thinking. Now, that means that this person is also a lawyer.
It is so uncomfortable to verbally acknowledge anyone's skin color at all. Ever.
I don't...
Right?
I don't
know
about ever.
Is that true? I mean, maybe it's just the very specific, era... Like, it might be a very specific generational thing where it's like, I don't know. It just, whatever.
I feel like it's
I'm
weird to
kinda
say
awkward.
if you get weird about it. I don't know.
Damn it,
Yeah.
I got
seems
weird
fine.
about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my job, though, right? Like, I'm an enzyme that gets weird about things.
I'm
Get
an enzyme that gets
weirdo
weird
this.
about things.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's my whole shtick.
So I think
And
this is-
when it runs up against whatever.
Regardless, we're back in puzzle solving
real.
time. So wait, Zach's not a bad president. Good job raising. His sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. All right, so
Zach has a sister who has twins.
yep, and we know these
Dragon
twins.
Cousin.
Grand Dog is
Okay.
back.
Cool.
Grand Dog is
Alright.
back with data. Let me crunch the last bit.
But the free spirits and any other family that all end up on the streets, even Clark. But we know this is Clark. Right here, this is Clark Rafferty.
Oh. It says 675 hours, but that's if each episode's 90 minutes. I thought the episodes were more like 2 hours.
Well, I mean, we started this one at 6:24, so
Yeah, but we had
Yeah.
a rollicking secret.
I would say it's
Bonus.
105 minutes is the average, is what I would go for. Also, Sophie, thank you for the gifty fives. I'm sorry, I was so dialed into puzzling.
yes, so much puzzle.
It's very
Wait,
kind of you.
450 episodes? 450 episodes? Oofda. That's how they get you.
Yeah, wait, let's
Yeah,
see, because
780
we're
days.
Getting you
on.
that way.
We started this in 2015. No, we started this in
no.
20. Didn't we hit 10 years?
14.
No, we hit 10 years. We did this in
We hit
2014.
10 years. We hit 10 years last year.
Last
I
year,
think.
yeah. So that means if we do 30 episodes a year, then that's 300 episodes. If we do more than that, if we do closer to 40 episodes a year, that's 400.
Yeah.
And then we have another year of
I
40.
think
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh my God.
Hey, Randomino, you say you spent a continuous moon cycle binging, mostly walking. Now,
Wow.
I've binged other people's content,
Wow.
famously McElroy's, but I haven't, as you might imagine, binged my own content. What does that do to you? What is that like? What do we seem like after that? Like, what does it seem like? We just play games 24/7? Like, what's the what?
I'm terrified
what's
to consider
the
this.
golem? What's the golem that you've created in your mind? What's the simulacrum of us that exists in your brain? Please describe them and give them a second name, like Sean.
How did
What's the
I
opposite of
miss
prime?
the
Sean,
Swashbuckle
lowercase
My
b.
Heart book?
Sean Beta.
Yeah.
I
Wait. Yeah. This is book title Swashbuckle My Heart. Who's the author? Lauren Roottrees?
Yeah, right.
Oh, thank you, Dread Dog. That's amazing.
She,
47.
she does go as Roottree. As for me, yeah, Lauren Roottree.
787.
Out of print? No, guys. Re-releases X marks the spot.
Oh, X
Oh.
marks the spot.
And I'm sure this is Lauren
Also pretty
Roottree.
good. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, according to the back of the book, this is a buried treasure by Lauren Roottree, and from the author of the Court series. It also says keep an eye out for Lauren Rootree's next book, Revisiting the Diary 10 Years Later. Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh, Scandal.text. Oh, we got scandals.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so excited I could
hell
brush my
yes.
teeth.
Wait, scandal. Oh, printing. Printing. Oh, that's funny.
Re-diary anger.
So much stuff. So much printing.
Okay.
So much diary.
This was a version of Lauren Rootree's diary released in 1975. Unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures, but has many new passages to reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subjects: the death of Elias. Summary of the fallout has been added to your notes, as well as some other select pages. So this is Elias Roottree. There he is. Swashbuckling and mustache rocketing. All right. Wow, look, here it is. Revisiting the diary 10 years later. All right. Lee, do you want to read this one for me?
Yes.
While I eat rice.
Let me just take a drink of water first.
Joint metal water.
I've been wanting to commit more to the voices I do because I'm just kind of half-assing them a lot. But okay, I think this one's just going to be right across the plate.
Yeah.
The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud: Samantha Roottrees.
Oh.
Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retain the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it.
Ooh.
It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Patricia...
Wait.
daughter
Hold on, Lee.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah, I know.
your telephone, which I know you're holding.
Hold the phone.
So many names.
Elias Jr. and
phone.
Patricia Christensen.
Christensen.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Top secret. Okay, so apparently Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. But they did get married.
They did get married. So should that be... Is that Samantha? Yeah, I guess so.
When you have a second, I'm going to need you to read Ghost Stalker's second to the last comment. And I know I'm pulling focus away from the game. I hope that's okay since it's kind of a found objects game. Too. Not found objects, ephemera game, too. But...
Well, if this is a found object game, then you, Lee, are a profound objects game. Nothing from anyone. That felt awesome.
That was good. No, that was good.
That was my
if
favorite
you look
thing.
at my face, you'll see that I was appreciating it.
Yeah, no, I think whenever I feel clever and after the remark, I receive vast silence. That's when I really know that I'm
No, it was
killing
good.
it.
I was rolling that around on my tongue. That's what was happening there.
Sorry, I was reading the comment and attempting to process it. So
If you
there's
watch the VOD,
There's
you'll see me make a
reasons
face
why I
that-
wasn't laughing. It was hilarious, but I had a reason not to laugh.
No,
I understand.
no.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I get
When
it.
the VOD's available, no, seriously though, when the VOD's available, go back to that moment and look at my face after you say that, and you'll see that I'm like, oh, a new player has entered the field. Like it's,
I'm like,
Yeah. When she said she loved me, I said, "Oh." Yeah, no, you can also see the same arc on my face, right? My little eyebrows up. I was
There's like
like,
a so there's like a famous moment in The Simpsons where Homer does this like slow smile and laugh, and it's kind of like this, and I really, this is what I did. I really enjoy this. It's like the slow laugh. It's just like this.
Yeah.
That's what I
Oh my
did.
god, no! That reminds me of in Zootopia, Flash at the DMV, the sloth.
Oh yeah.
Who just
the
told the joke?
sloth.
Oh my god, the slow smile was so good.
Yes.
Okay,
So
wait.
anyway,
Yeah, go back, Lee. I got it.
Ghosty did say Lee is a modern with hint of Victorian styling standing lamp with a lovely lampshade. Sean B is a nice dresser with ornate handles of dark oak, and Sean P is a potato powering a small light at an arcade. Okay.
Oh man, I wish my joke was that funny. Fuck! Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's so good.
Chat, can you please spam Crablar so that Sean truly believes that I was appreciating his joke silently?
Yeah. If any of you internally identified it as humorous and yet didn't laugh at all, hit me with the Crablar emote. If you didn't find it funny and you didn't make any noise, remain silent. Lee, hit me with the continue to reread, because we've just learned about some illegitimate childs.
Where were we? Are we starting at? Are we taking it from Patricia?
Yeah.
yes, that's the.
Okay. Patricia, the daughter of a local street mogul, and Eli Jr., harbored a secret
Street
romance
mogul.
at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby, Samantha, was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that. Almost. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr., and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this.
Oh my God.
When Patsy and...
Can we just take a moment to express, if you got your like high school sweetheart pregnant, had your baby taken, and were so devastated you just never got with anyone again, but then you got back with her when you were in your 50s, like that must feel amazing. that must feel incredible. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that kind of like reconnection.
I'm talking 40 years of pining. 40 years of pining.
Sure.
Where someone's like, do you want to go out? You're like, no, my heart's with someone I'll never see again. And then you see them again and you get married. That must feel awesome. Oh my God.
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyways.
I agree with you, Sean.
No, I love
think
it.
you're right.
I love it as I want a good writer to write what that's like. You know what I mean?
That story.
It's got to be it's got to be complicated, because after 40 years of pining, you've made a hobby out of it. So what do you do then?
What? Yeah.
I think you build a woman out of clay is what you do. #golem.
Oh my God. I looked up Patricia Christensen. I don't know why I'd never just looked this name up before.
I think there's something going on tonight, Sean Plot, where you're saying things that are fascinating me, and you think they're not funny, but what's going on is that my mind is just racing with the possibilities of what you've said.
I like that. That's very. I like that. Makes me
good.
feel good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if Patricia Christensen, because we have two forks that we can do. It's a steel company in Butler County, so of course we have to go to the Butler County Times and look this up. Christensen Steel was a steel company in the early 1900s. You find a few mentions of the Butler County Times. By the way, this is just a great design element in this game, where I bet if I looked up Christensen Steel, it would give me the exact same search result, which I think is a smart way. Multiple keywords go to the same page.
Yeah.
Some are old birth announcements in the Butler County Times from Matthias Christensen. The only name that looks familiar is Patricia Christensen. I'm just going to highlight this just in case. The third of his 4 children, who was born in 1908. There's a front page article. Vice President of the United States had stopped there to visit the factory floor. Stopped being around post-war. Blurs and Matthias stepping down, attempting to sell the company. Okay, so now we need to go back to here and look up Steamy Correspondence by Tina Angelina.
Tina Angelina.
What a name.
Angelina.
That's a pseudonym.
Sean DeLon. I'm an author. Oops.
Tina Angelina.
Angelina. Woo! This is a book of historical letters with an erotic twist. Each letter is accompanied by context from the book's author.
Ooh.
A letter from the book has been added to your pages. Ooh! Oh my God. And it's a soft cover, too.
87 dicks ago.
Oh. Super Answers would like some inside baseball, always. This entry right here was my idea at potentially setting up a sequel someday, but I went in a completely different direction. Dude, I mean, there's...
I like that. That's cool.
I kind of claim that there's 2 ways that I like sequels. like the setting up of a sequel, I guess I should say, which is like, one, the story perfectly ends with a question that gets answered in the sequel. And that's like targeted planning, good plotting, like it sets up this specific mystery. There's also like the shotgun blast theory of like, you just create so many awesome threads and interesting elements in the story. Any one of them could lead to a good sequel.
Yeah.
I guess both of these are dominated by my true favorite, which is when a director goes, fuck everything that happened in the last one, let me show you what should have happened. And then they just bulldoze their way in, and they're like, this is the way it is.
Do you have a favorite example of that?
Let me try to think. There's a lot of direct-to-video, just general, in the Tremors movies, when you get to, like, Tremors 4 and 5, like, you're having tremors that are, like, fly in the air, called, like, ass blasters, like, stuff that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, that's really awesome. Like, that's super sick. Strike Cage, I was thinking Tremors After 3. Yeah, with Bert in there, it's just so good. Yeah,
I guess this doesn't qualify as under your criteria of like setting up for a sequel, but I'm always a fan of the sequel that is telling the same story again, but from a different character's perspective.
What is any example of this?
Oh, like Ender's Shadow. What's the fucking Hamlet? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, Ender's Shadow is probably a 10 out of 10 book for me. And I remember reading it, and I was so obsessed with the book when I started reading it. It was during finals week, and I was bringing it into the room. And they were like, Sean, put the book away. The final exam has begun. And I was like, all right, give me just like till the end of the chapter. It was like... That was such a good book. All right, wait, I'm going to come back. In 1934, someone who goes by Patch wrote a letter full of innuendo to an unknown gentleman who it is clear she had a romantic history with. Patch is thought by the book's author to have been Patricia Christensen.
Yeah,
a daughter of the owner of Christensen Steel, which absolutely is a lurid-sounding company name.
It really is.
I know, it has that. It has the word Christian in it, and it has the word steel in it. It just sounds like it's trying to be inappropriate. It's so good. Her nickname was Pat, and Cha were the first two letters of her last name. Patricia Christensen was known to appreciate wordplay like this. Patricia, who would have been in her mid-20s, when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. This letter was most definitely not to him. There are also a few passages, after the steamy bits, that mention a daughter, leading Tina Angelina to theorize that this letter was written to the father of a child she hid from society in some way. The letter ends on a mention of a twisted twin that seems to evoke imagery from classic literature.
Twisted twin.
If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful it is that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin.
Twisted twin.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, tonight's theme is artificial twisted creations. It's doppelgangers, golems, simulacra, egregores.
I am so amazed at your ability to produce all of those nouns in a row. Because, like, I can maybe seize one of those. Like, God, I'm in. I'm ready to watch Blue California, baby.
Yeah, you know, dive in. Take a dive.
All right, so let's see here. Okay, Brother's Twisted Twin. I remember that they're talking about a farmhand named EC. Brother's Twisted Twin. Okay, I'm gonna say something crazy. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Your brother's twisted twin. I think that EC is a twisted twin. As in, I think there is a secret sixth Roottree outside of the 5 pieces. I think there's a sixth one named EC that is the twisted twin.
Isn't EC on the frickin'... Isn't Edward Clancy EC?
Well, there's a farmhand named EC.
Yeah. So I'm confused by that.
Maybe I'm full of it.
No, I mean, I think maybe you're... Or maybe Edward Clancy
EC's
has
not
a,
the
like,
twin.
false
Yeah.
identity?
Yeah. Left an outcast, forced to live a life of labor under a wicked relative. It's like something from the start of a children's fable. She deserves not the life he has been sent. She deserves not the life he has been sentenced to. Can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupted her to know his sins. I swear that on that joyous day, with all the strength I can muster, I will fight for our child's freedom. Let's pray. Fable has a happy ending. He has no theory. All right, so this is crazy. Some crazy shit. All right. So we got to go back here. Okay, so there's a hint in here. It says, but now let's go here. Sean, you want to do this one?
All right, revisiting the diary. This is a page of additional notes and context from the 1975 10-year anniversary re-release of Lauren's diary. It is a companion piece to the entry about Sam. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottree. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwyn never was.
Wait.
Ernie and the kid...
Wait. Could have been the sister figure that Gwyn never was. Okay, so I mean, I know this is dumb to say, but of course this lives right here. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach.
If I can just stop real fast, wait, this is a page of additional notes. Clearly, I didn't know the true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottree.
Right.
Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. Ernie and the kids?
Yeah.
Where's Ernie?
Ernie maybe is EC?
Ernest Madsen Jr.? Oh, Ernest Madsen. This is correct.
Ooh.
So there's an Ernie Madsen Jr. who's the fourth president.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's coming together. Wait. Yeah, Ernie and the kid. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So
Ernie's the
Sam,
husband.
Is that Sam? Is Sam under there, or is because
This
Sam
is
isn't
Samantha
actually...
Roottree. Right here, married to Ernest Madsen.
Oh,
Sam
married
and
to
Ernie.
Ernest.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, Sam and Ernest. So Ernie is lucky to have her. Got it.
Yeah.
And the kids include Ernie Jr., who has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It's been a long time since...
Sorry. Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Holy shit, fuck. Yeah, so this Ernie has been learning the day-to-day from the second president, Zach. And this guy will become the fourth president because Guy Hudson was a complete sucko. Okay, go ahead.
Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help with the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It's been a long time since any real Roottree was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather.
Wait, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother?
So Gwyneth must be the other child. Gwyneth is Ernie Jr.'s sister.
Yes, let's stop this. This is Gwyneth Madsen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she has a green thumb, but I don't know if that's her profession. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy, with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. Okay, so Patsy, do we have a picture of Patsy?
We don't, but jet black hair and thick glasses. I'm gonna close this. Anyone fitting that? No.
As I've said before, this game plays uniquely to all of my weaknesses, cognitively speaking.
Is she? She would be this generation, right? I mean, so there's only one woman with glasses there.
Yeah, and wait, if I go here, it's wait, down here, Sam's a spitting image of Patsy
Yeah.
with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. So thick glasses, black hair, green eyes.
I didn't know that glasses were...
Glasses skip generations, Lee,
Glasses
of
skip
course.
a generation, yeah.
So I
So
think this
that would
they're
be
related by their
that
green
would be
glasses.
Sam. No,
and this here's the one with the thick
that
glasses.
wouldn't be Sam though. Oh, you're saying that is that's
Ernie Madsen.
Ernie Jr. and Gwyneth. Okay.
And
Okay.
so
Okay.
we can guess at this one. So this is what does it mean if you're good at garden
Green
shit?
thumb. She's a gardener or a.
Do we think she's a cashier? Is she a baby?
I don't know that that's a profession. That might just be a hobby.
CRS Billy Mays says, what Wes Anderson movie is this? And I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
So
and
good.
then so okay, and then the generation above that is the 5 pieces, or is the next gen?
So these are the 5 pieces, and then here's
so
the next generation.
Do we have
here's
the
Free
photo of the
Spirits.
next generation? Because wasn't Sam included in that photo? And Lauren was like, I don't understand why Sam's included in this photo.
Jet black hair, green eyes.
Yeah.
And she runs the farm, right?
She does, you're right.
Fuck,
Farm
we're wrong on
owner.
something. This is Ernie Madsen? Samantha Roottree?
Maybe she's, I don't know, is farmer the right... I don't know if she's a farmer or if she directs operations on the farm. Is that the same job?
No,
me
one
see
of them
this.
is salaried.
One of them is salaried.
Yeah. One of them's a worker, and one of them...
I really thought I nailed this shit.
I did
Bourgeoisie.
too. I feel like that was...
You know, I could... I've,
do
Okay,
you want to run it
should
by
we,
me?
should we
Just
finish?
explain
Do you
it
want
all.
to finish? Wait. Do you want to finish the?
yeah. Well, what did you want to finish? This entry?
This one? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottree for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the 5 pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Blah, 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 blah.
Fine. Okay. So I think EC is... I think that this is Edward Clancy Roottree, and I think Edward Clancy is one of 2 ECs. And there's a
I
Dooms
think
twin.
that's the case. I think there's 2 ECs.
How is this lady not a farmer, though?
It does seem like she should be a farmer. Farmer or CEO? Director?
By the way, this sort of thing of like finding queer people in history and like historical what do you call it, like ancestry and stuff, is 100% a thing. I even like
Yeah.
discovered in my own like ancestors and stuff, and it's the way that you discover it is just like that. It's like, oh yeah, she lived with her friend for 40 years in an apartment. And it's like, wait a minute, and then you ask the right person, and they're like, oh yeah, they were partners or something, but there wasn't a word for it then.
There wasn't a word for
They
it.
were besties
There
who
was
lived
no word
together.
for it. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Could potentially be these two.
Which two?
These two in the back could be the two. I'm crazy.
Wait, which two? What are you talking about?
That's a great question. These two.
Who are the two?
The Madsons.
Oh, I see.
Because here's the thing.
That's
Grandpa was a history professor, right?
Okay.
That's who this person is. And it's been emphasized that everyone in this generation pursued knowledge. Hence you have author, professor, we don't know who this person is, lawyer. This makes sense. And if I go back here to this second page, it says... Okay.
But
Okay,
so this is what I'm. So Sam should be in the next gens.
Yes.
That's okay. So that's what we have. Sam is in the next gens, and then the water damaged picture is of the free spirits or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so her kids would be in the free spirits. And
All right.
Show me again. Are there two other people with glasses in the free spirits?
They don't have glasses. I think that I need to be reading into it very literally. Like, these are the only two with glasses. But I'm going,
Chat.
they don't have green eyes, but I think that's maybe dumb.
Hey, Chad, are you guys getting any of this?
No, they have glasses. They're the only two with glasses.
I think it has to be
I think
these
that's
two.
them. It has to be them.
So, I say we plow on, and maybe we get a fourth one, and then...
We figure out which ones are correct and which ones aren't correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll do this one. This is a page of additional notes. It is a companion piece to the entry about her son, Clark. Oh.
Wait, I want to read.
Do it, Lee. Do it.
Because I gotta get like literally I've had cognitive testing done, and I'm incredibly smart, incredibly fast. But one thing that I'm weak on is retaining details, like retaining a set of details within like a working session. So this is literally like a chunk of my brain is gone where this show goes.
Yeah,
But-
no, it'd be like if there was a juggling part of this game. For me.
So what I want to do is stretch my mind by reading this aloud. Are we starting at reading this back? Reading this back.
Yeah, right here.
Reading this back, I get deja vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Roottrie has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob, and Gwyn divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet. But neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in this family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. Old-timey. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped. More than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Pun intended. Huh. So who knows what causes these things? I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Huh. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. What? But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. And
Sweet.
Lord knows, I was right about something. The band, was there a band of 4 people?
That was right last time. I mean, there is a band. There's a family
Like ABBA?
band.
So there's a band of 2 couples. And what was the pun? Rock band.
Oh,
So
I thought somebody must be a
Rock
geologist, but rock band makes a lot more sense.
Wait, who's Eli C? Oops.
Eli C, I think, is the farmhand EC.
Well,
I think is Samantha's adopted father.
is this Eli? Well, is this maybe an Eli C as well? Because, like...
I mean, could be.
Because... Lord knows Eli C stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Here's Clancy, and here's Edward. So I assume this is Eli C.
Elias C. So that's
Eli C. I assume that's not the twin. It could be the twin.
Except it could be Elias Jr.'s twin, because Elias Jr. would be Edward Clancy. No. Sorry. His brother. So Clancy Edward had a son named Clancy Jr.
Yeah.
But that would be Clancy Edward Jr., right? Like, it would be the same name.
I don't know
So
that
he
it
would
has
also
to
be an EC.
It's
No, I'm saying it's correct.
Yeah, you're not saying the labels are wrong. You're saying who is EC could be not this person.
His dad, but his brother.
Clancy Edward isn't EC, it's CE.
Well, you're
okay,
right.
never mind. This is CE and EC. No. They're flips of each other. I don't know why my brain was just merging them together.
Oh, that's the mirror. Okay.
Yeah, so like,
but still, I'm gonna say still it might be his brother and not his dad.
I agree with that.
Clancy
Yeah.
Edward. I love when I say stuff like that, and I'm like, on the one hand, you might just be like, yeah, no, we absolutely know that. I don't want to take the time to explain why that comment is so uninformed. And then the other chance is like, oh my god, you're right. Group project syndrome.
Okay. All right, I'm doing this one. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get it. There are 4 Elis, for Pete's sake. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. Okay, wait, hold on.
All right, that's the Elis.
That's why they became Uncle Jr. or Miracles Eli or Eli C. Ah, okay.
Jesus. Uncle Jr.
Brother, uncle, cousin. Okay, so brother. Here's brother. Uncle.
Amazing.
Where's the uncle? Uncle. Yeah, uncle.
Popular.
Or cousin. So this is Miracles Eli. Elias M. Elias Miracle Roottree. Miracles, yeah. I see. Families' names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that any time someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy.
I remember that previously we had speculated that. With the women, it goes out the window.
It goes out the window.
I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and
They're
Carolyn.
doing name combos? What?
Yeah,
Gwendolyn's over here.
Allowed to be juniors.
Name
Gwyneth, where the fuck is Gwendolyn?
That's why there's so
Gwendolyn
many
is
names
Gwen's
that are
mom,
similar.
right?
Well, here's a Gwendolyn.
There's a Gwendolyn. Isn't Gwen's mom also Gwendolyn?
Margalite.
Oh no, it's Margalite.
Okay, the female name puzzle thing is awesome. Now I see why it's a super Rodin.
Alright, whatever. This all mixed up as generations go on. I guess that's why there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you read my diary and you're confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember Once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news that I got my father's name backwards. EC. There's Clancy Edward and Edward Clancy. That's the twin.
Okay.
The twin is Edward Clancy Roottree.
Okay. Twisted twin.
It's twisted because it got the name twisted around.
Yeah.
Ah!
The sixth piece. The Twisted Twin.
Although
Nancy Drew and the Twisted Twin.
I see. What? Okay, but wait. Sorry, Sean. Are you suggesting that there is somebody named Edward Clancy
Yes.
who Lauren doesn't know of?
I think the farmhand, EC, is Edward Clancy Roottree. I think that there were
Okay.
twins born, and one was Clancy Edward, the other was Edward Clancy.
You think there were literally twins,
Yeah.
and Patricia knew that, but Lauren doesn't.
I think so. I think the 5 Pieces generation, because like we already have this theme of like obsession over the Roottree name and what the Roottree family signifies. We have all these traditions going in there, and we know that when a baby was born out of wedlock, the dad pulled it out. Pulled it out. Let me try it again. That is not how I wanted to make that sentence. The dad pulled the kid away from the two parents and tried to cover it up. And yeah. Oh, the chat's harping in on that one. This is great. Sorry, thinking and talking at the same time has never been my strong point.
I call it thoughting.
Okay, so why?
Anytime. Oh, so here's my loose theory. I'll do it with pictures. I think that this guy, Elias Roottree, is a piece of shit.
Sure. Okay.
And he's obsessed with his family name. And I think that he had a set of twins, and one was Clancy Edward, who was a normal, functional person. But I think that there was something wrong with the other twin, and so he hid that twin away. Similarly,
who was named Edward Clancy.
Correct. I think that's a twisted twin. And I think also here,
that's a really cool thing to do, is name your kids that stuff.
Yeah, it's so tight.
Okay.
And I think here, when a kid was born out of wedlock, this grandpa, again, we know, took her away from both of these people, sent away Patricia, broke this up, because again, he wanted to hide the fact that someone was born out of wedlock. I think this guy's just like a fucking total turkey, and anytime life happens, he's like, I don't know, it's not the kind of life I want to have happen. And so I think that this Edward Clancy Roottree is a real human who is being originally hidden by the main...
Who's being hidden, but not so hidden that they didn't give him this girl who was born out of wedlock to raise and then have her brought back into the family.
Well, I think it's like a shame wing, you know? It's like I'm so embarrassed of this, you know, so I'm going to put you in the shame wing, you know? Like, EC, you're just working on the farm. You don't got no talent. I don't want my legacy connected to you at all. Maybe EC is actually a totally fine human being, but his dad just thought he was too rebellious and put him in the shame wing.
Shame farm.
Shame farm.
Working on a shame farm.
Wait.
So, wait, I had something, now it's gone. I don't know. Continue.
I'm with you in part. I think that the initials EC and CE are one way to interpret the Twisted Twin is two people who have the sort of reversed initials. Yeah. I don't think that they're necessarily literally twins. I think they're just two people in the family who have reversed initials. And they're twisted twins because they have almost the same name, but twisted.
I think if they say twin, this actually goes for like a screenwriting thing. Generally, if they say something like that, I accept it as non-metaphorical unless it's cleared up. I
disagree with that 100%.
Whoa!
I see absolutely no reason why.
Let's go.
Dismiss the potential metaphorical twin. Metaphorical twin is used all the time.
Name one.
Is it?
I don't know. Shakespeare does it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah, but we've talked. You know how I feel about Shakespeare.
dude,
I
Shakespeare
don't
was
know.
the original snoozer. Like, before Shakespeare, there were
Snoozer?
no books to read to get you bored out of your mind in school. Shakespeare started that.
Oh, whatever.
Shakespeare was he is famous for being the first pretentious
Whatever.
author that educators went, you know what? Let's make children read this shit. That's what he's famous for. Now, here's the thing. I like Shakespeare, but this is so funny to just keep going in on. Like, that's so funny. This is the best part. No, I mean, no, yeah. I read Shakespeare, but I would rather read a magazine, you know?
I'm not
Any
even
magazine
going
will
to go
do.
in on Shakespeare. I'm just going to let Sean Plott be my attack dog on Shakespeare.
Rawr, rawr, rawr.
All right.
Rawr, rawr, rawr. What does Sean Plott, the attack dog, say?
Probably something like, the fuck are you talking about?
Perfect.
What?
Perfect.
Wait, no, that isn't. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, what? It's just aggressive confusion. That's what Sean the Attack Dog does. All right, so I'm reading this one. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and she believes, based on the teacher's name, that she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty with an eye dress.
Huh.
Me and Pop walked home in town, and she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad."
What?
She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble, then Pop took her away. He told me, "Don't worry. I am glad she is gone."
What the hell?
Okay, so this is about Sam.
Yep, seems like it.
And Lauren included it in her book without realizing what it was about?
Man. Okay, so
So does that track that Sam's father Sam's father was my Pop? Lauren's
maybe he
Pop
means-
was Lauren's Pop
Yep.
Elias, or was it
You know, maybe
okay.
maybe they mean metaphorical pop, like soda.
okay, no. I think I put it together. I think
Sorry,
Clancy Edward
Sean.
has a literal twin named Edward Clancy, who is EC.
Okay. Okay.
Sam, taken at birth, is dumped onto EC. And so Sam thinks EC is her dad, but they both look the same, so Sam is clinging to...
Sees Clancy Edward and is
Yeah.
like, "That's my dad."
Yeah. They look the
then-
same, and
and
I'm a baby. I don't know anything.
And then when Sam is revealed and brought back into the family and given an inheritance, and everybody learns that she was taken away from her father and given to this farmhand, EC, still nobody realizes that EC is the literal twin who looks exactly the same.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. No, like, because
I do like 6 pieces.
6 pieces.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, this is there's a twin.
Yeah, all right. Okay, let's look it up. I want to know more.
Okay, 6 pieces is all you had to say to get me back on board. Now that's actually such a good mnemonic, or like that phrase is such a good
additional
like
information.
summary.
Okay, no,
of
I mean
what
that is suggestive of what you are. What about Edward Clancy?
Can we put bets on who we are? Do you think that we're the Twisted Twin? Do you think that we're Sam?
Yeah, I think I'm a nasty little voyeur, and if I look outside, there's the farm right there that I work on all the time. Okay, how is this not these 2 fucking people? Because this one is done, and this one is done, right? Like, just bear with me for a second, because if I go to... Where did I get that he was a professor? Anyway, hold on. Okay.
Architects, preachers, and lawyers.
Architects, preachers, and lawyers. Lawyers, housewife, preachers, architect.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting a spider sense tingling about twins, people who look like each other switching lives. There could be a life switch. There could be an identity swap at some point. If one of them was like the president and didn't want to be the president, they could do like a Prince and a Pauper thing, right? Keep your eyes open for a Prince and the Pauper, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, saw Sam working a lot on the farms at EC. John used to drive past the Anderson's farm. Okay, wait, and there's...
Blood is thicker than syrup.
Okay, so I think that it was in an article about one of these kiddos. Yeah, Grandpa was a college professor who taught me lectures. Yeah, so this guy, this is the professor. This is Clancy. This is him. We fucking got it. It can't possibly be fucking anyone else, right? Can't be.
No.
This is right as shit. So,
Right as rain.
so she's just, all we know is Samantha Roottrees is probably not a fucking farmer, man. God damn. This is the correct picture, right? Because if we come here, look at this. There he
I
is.
think being sequestered on a farm does not make you a farmer.
Of course it does.
You can't just be assigned there like you're in a game of Agricola.
My favorite part of Agricola was at the end of a long weekend, we made it to turn 2.
My favorite part of Agricola
Fuck,
was
man, I
calling
like
it
Agricola.
Agricola.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Agricola.
Agricola.
Agricola is pretty good.
I like Agricola. Sounds delicious, actually, Agricola. Like a corn-based soda. Actually,
like all soda.
I know. I was gonna say. That's right. I do also.
We're
enjoy
sure
that
that's
we-
not Eli Jr. Do we know who that guy is with the green bow tie and the pocket square?
We don't know who any of these fucking people are.
Ooh.
Okay, wait, hold on. What's this from? I want
Tony
Eli to
Stark's
stand all the
dad.
way to the left since he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one. Wait. Oh, this is the wrong fucking picture. I literally thought it was Clancy on the left because it looks like Pop in the picture. Whoopsie fucking goddamn doopsie. But I was out with my brothers and sisters before we stand together. So one of these... Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go do a genetics search. We got brown hair. This guy's got... This is one of these two. I'll do this one. Nope, that's wrong.
No, that one. That's
There it
what
is.
I said!
I know! Because he has a history professor, so he's got himself a dandy bow tie.
Called it. I didn't call it.
She is a farmer. I fucking knew that if you
Yeah,
live or
farmer.
possess a farm,
You
you are
got it.
immediately a farmer.
You become a farmer.
Yeah, if today I inherited a farm, you know the Wikipedia page would say, Sean, a farmer, formerly a commentator and game developer, but now a farmer.
Okay, Super Rodan, if you're listening, you have the power to put this in your game. Make him a farmer.
Do we know anything about this guy?
Farmer?
Day farmer. Night farmer?
Wait, do we know anything about Elias Roottreee?
I mean, is he EC? I think he... No. No, never mind. He's the wrong generation.
This is not what I'm trying to look for.
I'm at that point after not getting enough sleep last night where my brain is starting to try to exit my skull.
Okay, so here's some other things I think. I think that in the Free Spirits photo, I think that this has to be the daughter of Edward Roottree. I think. Because this is the only non-white person in the entire photo, and this is the marriage that was controversial.
Controversial.
Vis-a-vis genetics, there's no... If there was adoption, we would know that, right? They'd write about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just going to work into the assumption that that is never the case unless explicitly mentioned.
Because that would be rough.
There's got to be something in puzzle games that's akin to fancy play syndrome, where you're just like thinking like 10 levels deep when it's just like, well, if you said sister, it literally means sister. Like just thinking in that way.
That's what I said about twin, though. And Sean Bouchard said no, Z's. So what's cool, though, is that now we have dramatic tension, because now, like, if they're twins, I wins, and if they're not,
Sean Plot.
Sean Bouchard is hot. Well, Sean Plot is hot.
Sean Plot. Yeah.
Sean Plot. I like that. I like a little kayfabe like that.
Yeah, this is.
I had like 400 calories of like a protein drink before the show because I thought that could be dinner, and now I'm already hungry.
Oh my god, I've been there.
Through. It's supposed to be filling. It's supposed to be filling, Jerry.
Oh my god, it literally says Eli right fucking there. It says Eli on his shirt.
Okay, amazing.
No. Because it would have to be. This is the free. Freebie generation. Free spirits.
Okay, but it got like the 5 pieces generation was just the 5 pieces, and then the next generation was the next generation plus Sam and maybe somebody else. And then I feel like the Free Spirits generation, the photo was like all over the place. So,
Well, we're out of Eliases. This might not be. This might not be Elias M. This might be Elias M.
okay.
One of these is Elias M. Because we're out of Eli's. We got an Eli here. We got an Eli here. We got an Eli here. So we have no more Eli's to give.
Right, but I'm saying, is that actually somebody from... Like, could that be somebody... He doesn't really look older, though.
Miracle Jr.
Eli M.
President Guy Hudson, Bonnie, Ernie Jr. Yeah, I think I just misplaced this.
Should I get bangs?
I'm reminded of this video of this guy who's like playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and he's playing in a room, like in a Discord call, or probably back then it was Ventrilo, just like stream the audio of himself playing to his friends, and he's just like, oh god, he's in there, isn't he? And then one of his friends goes, oh shit, I got a bag of Milky Ways. Like, it's literally completely unrelated, and then the horrifying moment happens. And like, that's exactly that, where I'm just like, wait, I think this is the wrong Eli. And you're like, should I get bangs? Okay.
Get it in there.
Do we need to know who or what Bonnie Hudson does or is?
Super cute MTF hairstyles with bangs for trans women.
Blue Sparks, thanks for the Swifty Gifty 5. You little sweetheart.
Trans beauty blog.
What am I doing here? We still okay? So
yeah.
I'm gonna look up Edward Roottree. Huh.
Ed? Easy.
Okay, so let me go back. By the way, this is so amazing that the game says there's clues here.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
I'm gonna make a note. Remind me to consider getting messy bangs.
Atlantis. Wait, go back to the search.
Oh, Butler County Times. Yeah, you want me to go back to search?
Yeah. Atlantis with an apostrophe at the end of it. No.
Take that.
Semostrophe. All right, fair enough.
Some monster.
Okay, let's see here. It says this campaign mailer. It says it has a lot of stuff. Vote for Stephanie Jones. May as well just go this way. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting in a statement supporting Stephanie, she should use publicity. Your daughters bring, don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. I feel like we already know all of this. I don't know who this fella is, though.
I mean, he must be CM, right?
Well, I assume that CM is the mom, who is Carolyn Morden.
Oh. Okay.
Well, see, I don't think any of this is notable. I mean, Gwendolyn Morden? Or Gwendolyn Wilson. You know, I don't think I've looked this up. Gwendolyn Wilson. All right, let's go to the public or periodicals. Shit. Stephen Wilson?
Oh, fuck.
Can't believe I've done this.
I can't believe I've done this. Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices north of Pittsburgh. Well, there's a lot of stuff that Stephen Wilson is a doctor. Wasn't this one apparently funny? My dad is the best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with world-class care. He will treat your children like he would me, my big brother, or my sister.
So, let's see. The photos have been added to your evidence. 3 looks like the children are being held hostage. Do we have a photo of children being held hostage?
And if we do,
I think
why?
it just got added.
Wait, why do we have a photo of children being held hostage? What?
All right, never mind. Oh my
This
god.
floor.
Get absolutely flattened,
Oh.
Sean. Get
Sean
completely
Bouchard is
thrown
held
out.
hostage. Yeah. Oh, it's a kitty cat. And a dance, 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 and he dance, dance, dance. Hey, Sean, which kitty is that?
This is Aria.
Oh.
She is
Aw.
frequently underfoot.
She looks like, I don't remember who's deputy and who's sheriff.
Yeah, that's a sheriff-looking cat.
That's a sheriff you've got. Okay.
Okay. One important thing I learned from an early age is that dreams are not outside of our grasp. My grandpa was a college prof, taught me lectures about history. He always told me that history was full of people and famous families who wasted their fame and fortune by taking it for granted. So he told me to go out and use my name to accomplish something. I think he may practice that lecture a lot because I have other people in my family that have also made the Roottree name famous for things besides candy. His older sister even wrote a book that some of my friends tell me I read in school. With my mom. Grandpa passed away earlier this year. Grandma Laura was really proud. What? Grandma Laura Carlson. Fuck! Ah! What do we do? Ah! Anyone have any ideas?
Okay. You were looking at something before you went back to the campaign mailer that had a book title in it that I don't think we had looked up.
So
the art exhibit.
Yeah, so I looked this one up, and this is where we got some of the... Oops. So this is book title, and this is Carolyn Madsen. I think this is wrong. Carolyn Morden. There it is. Yeah, dedicated to Eloise and Stephanie. So that's what we determined who the wife was.
I see.
Yep. Her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie give them dreams to settle for boring men. Maybe this person is a housewife. Because this is settling for a boring man. So let's assume this one is done. We don't have this. We have this guy. Okay, so we need to know what the heck Elias C. Roottree was. Or did. Okay, so I think this is a big question mark for me, is Elias C. Roottree. What does Elias C. Roottree do? It feels like this book is a useful potential thing in here. I'm just going to check this real quick. See here. So I'm trying to figure out what would be a good way to figure out who Elias C. Roottree is. Damn it. Ah!
Business?
Yeah, let's do this. I mean, we could spam guess some occupations, because these were all smart people that did knowledge. Maybe if I start looking up James Roottree.
Okay. Figure out his dad.
Yeah.
Better if we find like a book.
Yeah. So your daughter named Candy. We already learned this one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Reluctant hitmaker. Okay. Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted spend time with my dad and me. Okay, as a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. On the other hand, Diamond and Jane are actually sisters. The four of us had a cutesy family band thing going. Our finest hour. Yeah. Okay. Raffertunes. Oh. Oh, that's my father was connected to Roottrees. All his old ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player. He's an advertiser. Oh my god, yes!
Dang!
Woo! We are rolling, rolling, rolling. Down to the city.
Down to the city. Oh.
Oh!
Whoa.
Content!
Here we go, here we go. Mystery.
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation. But I can't reveal everything. Not yet.
My favorite thing to do after giving clues is lying.
I bet we
I'm
can
sure
ID
this
her
all
based on her
seemed
silly
like
wit.
deception for deception's sake. So I'll try to explain why. It's
This
true,
is wild
I'm
that
working
she's
with
standing in the
lawyers.
foyer.
But not the candy company lawyers. My publisher's lawyers.
Oh. The plot thickens.
I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees.
It's Sam.
Especially
Oh, it
Elias
might
and
be
the Five
Sam.
Pieces. The
bet
truth
Sam.
often isn't.
It's Sam. It's Sam. It's Sam. It's
Seems like it's
Samantha.
Sam.
It's Sam.
Farmer.
But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy.
We should
I
turn
see.
the light on.
I like when lights only face inward into my fucking eyes. So that way if I'm looking outward, all I know is that you can see me.
So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing
It's
is
Sam.
very personal to me.
I got her.
That's
To
actually,
my
that's
story,
actually a really
one
good
spot on the
point.
tree is more important
Wow.
than the rest.
Huh.
You've likely noticed it. It's
Whoa.
locked for now. I'll return one final time, after you fill it in.
Narratively, a lot of this makes sense, except for the part where I put a whole family tree up on your billboard by entering your house without telling you. We'll breeze right by that.
Also, there are fewer root trees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination.
This part was made for me. You're running out of names. You may as well just throw them in there and see what happens.
Just kind of
It's also harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives before they lock from here on
Oh,
out.
you fucking fucker.
I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
You're right there. You're getting closer, Gumshoe.
Gumshoe 9 TV.
I do like the idea of hiring a private investigator to discover what you've discovered as a way of validating the discovery.
Well, yeah, to prove that something is discoverable.
Yeah.
That's interesting. For sure.
They are
It's
just
kind of the long way around, though. Like, you could just find the references yourself, which would go much faster if you know the actual structure of things.
Wait, who the fuck is Chris Rafferty? Who is that?
Irrelevant.
All right, I guess I'm wrong. I guess I'm fucking wrong. Game.
Chris Rafferty is irrelevant.
I mean, is it? Is there? There's nobody missing in the Rafferty line of the tree.
Well, what makes it weird is this Nevermind makes complete sense, because here's Clark Rafferty, so he could have a kid named that. All right. I'm so sorry, I'm dumb as fuck. Dude, this is so awkward to have a child with someone and then to marry their sister and have 2 children with the sister. That's just fucking awkward.
That's biblical style.
So we're siblings, but also cousins.
Sibling cousins.
He's a hero. Oh, I never looked up Raffertunes.
Oh,
Clark Rafferty Lures Advertising Firm. There's an about page. Find a picture labeled inspiration for the famous superb owl ad campaign. Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children when his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, to calm down for the picture. The idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. Okay. Let me tell you something. This is a banging hairstyle. Love this. All about this. All right.
So Clark and his wife, Katrina, and Katrina's older sister.
Which one's the original wife?
So this is Jane LaRue. So this has to be Chris Rafferty.
Sure.
So this is unknown name. This is
Katrina.
Rafferty LaRue.
Yeah. No, not Katrina. I have it backwards, I think.
So the oldest.
I think
youngest
the
is
oldest. So yeah. Youngest is Katrina. Yeah. No, that's right.
Jessica. How embarrassing! This is your photo.
Child.
Child.
Student.
So like we are almost done getting all of these.
Okay, but we have something wrong, right?
We need 4 now.
Oh, we need 4. Okay. So Chris Rafferty. What if we look up Chris Rafferty's mom?
Let me do one thing real quick. Let me look up this guy in Business Watch.
What about music?
Really? Only look up Raffertunes. All right. Is there an advertising periodical? You were just suggesting I look something up, and I'm making a mistake.
Yeah. Chris's mom. The other.
That's
LaRue.
right, Jane LaRue.
Jane LaRue.
Oh, Jane Del Vecchio is listed on a talent for hire site as a wedding singer. Way down the credentials or biography, it mentions she got her start as a young girl. She's Jane LaRue of the Lucky LaRues. It also mentions to contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire her, and that any and all inquiries about her past or her sister would be ignored.
What about her
Reasonable.
son?
Or her sister.
Arc 168, young upcoming talent. Chris will make it big. I had to say this with the LaRues. The LaRue sisters got their start doing work for their great uncle's record label. If you remember any songs from that, featured voice of the kids, they were probably involved back then. They were credited as the Lucky LaRues. Now that he's passed and moved on to bigger and better ventures, going by their full names, Diamond and Jane have been touring Some famous faces. Ever heard of the Roottrees? They're looking to release an album soon this year. Youngest Kim's about to step into a prominent role on Broadway, taking for one of the children in Oliver.
Okay.
So we already have this one. So I bet you if we look up Jane Del Vecchio, what was it? Yeah. I literally feel like we should get this. We should get a photo, right?
We'll do it in Spider Search.
I'm in Spider Search, right? We did.
But do Jane Del Vecchio. Okay, do Jane Del Vecchio in Butler County, maybe.
Nice.
Oh, now we're talking. Nope.
I don't know. What am I? Oh my god, I feel so close. Super Bowl. Ah. Oops. Okay, I feel. Look, I know we can do this. We can find out. Well, I guess we don't really need her photo. We can always look up Chris Rafferty.
Yeah, let's look up Chris Rafferty.
What was her name? Jane Del Vecchio.
Hey, welcome, Raiders. We got Raiders.
Oh, we got raided?
56 raiding party by Slurgy.
What up, Raiders? Hey, Raider gamers. How are y'all? Hey, Slurgy.
Slurgy.
You know, should we just say that Madsen is a housewife? Let's see what happens. Alright, that's wrong. These are certainly correct. This we know is correct. So we just know that this lady is not a housewife.
Yep.
But is she a housewife? Huh?
Could be.
No.
Nope. Precious few housewives down this low. Child? If someone's in a child in a photo,
she probably is a student, but I don't know what her name
I don't even know who this is.
Yeah.
Would her name appear on the photograph? Wasn't that the photograph that had all the signatures?
Interesting idea. Here. There's 12. There's fucking 12.
Bonnie and Carolyn? Do we know who both of those people are?
So this is Bonnie.
Okay.
Bonnie, and Carolyn is probably this one. Let's see here. Who's this turkey? Yeah, there's the Ronald Roottree, Robert Roottree. Huh.
Ronald
was
Roottree
Ronald and
is
Robert
a
Roottree
director.
Why are they contained in a containment zone again?
Because Ronald tried to get his brother disowned from the will.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then I think nobody likes him. But if he's a director, maybe he appeared in the Pop Culture magazine?
Yes,
Starlet
so
or something?
Starlet? Yeah, let's do. There's Starlet and there's Teen Blast.
Or Teen Blast.
Oh, I completely forgot about what his name was. Small screen director Ron Roottree. Alright, so maybe if we...
Nope.
How did I find that? Oh my god. I just so badly want to get just one frickin' more.
Oh no.
Well, actually, it's this guy or this guy.
Well, let's try one of them.
What is this fuck? Who the fuck are these people? Okay, is this wrong? This is obviously
No,
Clark
that's
Rafferty,
That's Clark.
and he's a musician. Or does he work in advertising? He does show tunes. Never mind. He has to be
Yeah.
there. These have to be fucking correct.
I think those three are right.
Then literally what the fuck is going on? And by the way, I literally so vaguely remember this photo.
Oh.
Gwen and the boys.
Oh, Gwen and the boys.
Couldn't make the
this,
reunion, wishing you well. Okay, wait. I figured it out.
Gwen's boys?
Yeah.
Band
Couldn't make the
photo?
reunion, wishing you well from Paris. This is Ron. This is the guys. These are the fucking guys.
Ron and Robert. Okay,
Ron and Robert.
Those are the guys. Yeah.
So, if we go back to this photograph, so this is the one that the boys couldn't be at. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if we look here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there they are. So we now have all of them. It's one of these two fuckos.
All right.
You're kidding the whole fucking shit out of me, dude. Has to be it. This is one of these is Ronald, and one of these is fucking. One of these is the guy.
So something else is wrong.
This handsome man is Clark Rafferty.
That's definitely Clark Rafferty. And
Yeah.
he's a musician, right?
So oldest to
advertising
youngest,
musician.
siblings are in birth
Is-
order.
Is Katrina a baby?
But does Rafferty work in music or does he work in advertising? Because he does advertising.
You know what? Oh my fucking god.
Damn.
Super Rodan, a big fuck you
Damn.
to you developer. I was looking at this, I was like, is this a baby? I was like, it's so desperate. I was like, I don't know, maybe this one's a farmer. Because if she inherited a farm, she's a farmer. Fuck yeah. That's how it's done.
That was a sky.
Okay, so
slam.
now you know Robert too.
So this has to be Elias.
In the sequel, everybody's going to have two overlapping occupations.
Maybe that.
Oh. I misread that. I thought it said Blue Spark gifted 99 subs. Oh no. Oh, that's so nice.
Hey,
hope
Blue
that
Spark, thank you again
Pure
for the 5.
I hope Purtel enjoys their sub. There's a man.
Yeah, so I think we got almost all the pictures in here.
Gwen Do we have the Paris photo from Gwen?
Nice. Fuck. Okay. I need to stop playing or I'll play forever.
Yeah, you gotta stop. You gotta unplug.
Let's stop.
Oh my god. Superman says, one thing, what happens if you check the mostly walking spider search results? That's a great question, Super Odan. You say, I promise it's not another sub thing. Okay, alright, fine. You are so humble. I would have been the first entry I made.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright.
Doesn't it find it weird that Necrosis Thanatos is an anagram for Ancestor Astonished, which is the subject matter of this game?
Wait. Is that
What?
Is that true?
No. Yep.
Wait.
Yeah. What?
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Did you?
What?
What the fuck? I'm Sean the Attack Dog's about to go, what the fuck are you talking about? What did the fuck is what? Really?
Super Rodan is Necrosis Thanatos confirmed?
Are you necrosising right now?
I'm Necrosis Thanatos confirmed. What if I was?
Well, I am ready to necrosis Thanatos to bed pretty soon, so.
I'm gonna.
So you know what? I'm just gonna go.
That's
You're
good.
all amazing. Oh, not this button. Oops.
Ruh-roh.
Oh! Have a good night, everyone. Sean Lee, you're wonderful and lovely. Mwah, mwah. Have a good night. Bye, 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 bye. Woo!
Good night.
Bye.